Hi everybody, good afternoon. I hope I'm live now. Um, okay, I should not be muted. Please, if I'm live, please, if you're here, can you react, make a comment, like do something? If you can hear me, um, you cannot see me. Oh. You cannot see me. Oh. Okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's been a long time, so I'm trying to figure the camera thing out. Yeah, I don't know what is going on. So apologies, everybody. My sincere apologies. I'm trying to also get it fixed, fitted. But then let's just wait a few minutes for like people to come in and join. So and then we start in a minute. Thank you so much for joining. I know it's been a while. And I said the first thing I will say when I join, hey, let me say this. I apologize. Apologies, everybody, family and friends, everyone. Apologies. I know it's been a long time. We were like, oh, let me just go for a short break and then we'll come back and we'll continue. Only for the break to extend and for a long time. So I apologize for that. Please pardon me. Especially for those of us that are not from the banned countries who, in a way, this thing did not officially affect. I apologize for that. It was due to circumstances beyond my control. If that is, yeah, let me use Nigerian, sorry, I'm Nigerian, so let me use our Nigerian politician language. It was due to circumstances beyond my control. Yeah, but yes, I had so many of my own personal things that I was dealing with, and it was just circumstantial that the ban, the EB2 NIW being current happened to also happen around that time. So it was just coincidental. But yeah, here I am. So once again, I apologize for the long closure of the group. I know it was not nice. At the point, I felt bad, but they said health first. So I needed to make sure that I was good before I came back. And it's been a journey also for, I don't know, for those of us that, so hello everybody. Sorry. Okay. Enough of the rambling. Hi everyone. If you're joining, my name is Salt Lady. We leave it at that. We are in a different terrain. A lot is going on. So, yeah, we have been on this journey for those of us that have been part of the community for quite a long time. We've been here for like I think 4 to 6 years now, 4, 5, 6 years. We've been doing this, and we used to have it as weekly webinars at one point, and then we integrated to monthly. And sometimes also we'll just come online and we'll talk about the immigration process and in the WhatsApp community just to educate each other and create a space whereby a lot of us can have a safe space to share and to kind of just feel free to discuss the immigration process, what was going on, and what obtains for each of us in our community. So thank you so much for joining. Now let me get into the whole thing. Um, I wanted to make sure that I've shared on all the groups as well. So people were asking for the link. So please give me 1 second. Let me just be sure that I have reshared to all the groups. But our next meeting, I'll make it like Zoom or Google Meet so that we can talk and more people can come in and discuss. But this is my first time talking in like a long time, so please bear with this model. So yes, it's going to be an interactive session. So, but then maybe by text, so you can type in your question in the chat And then if I see the question, I can read it and then we can talk about stuff. But before you start asking the question, just give me like 10 minutes so that I can just touch on like the core things that are happening currently in the space, and we can go on from there. So, yes, the broadcast has started. Um, okay. Yes. All right. I'm back. Free. All right. So everybody, good afternoon, good evening. No, it's not good afternoon anywhere anymore. Like if you're literally in afternoon, okay, well, I don't know, maybe for countries outside the US, but I would assume everybody should be like evening or night time by now. Anyway, enough of my assumptions. Yes. So it's been a long journey up to now. I know in December 2025, just as we were preparing to enter the new year, we saw the news about the immigration ban. Um, that was going to affect over 39 countries. And for the 39 countries included Nigeria, included Nigeria, Afghanistan, Somalia, and some other countries. Quite a lot of countries were affected. And then that was like the sad news that we ended last year with. Fortunately, some of our countries like Kenya, South Africa. I know most of the European countries, Canada, they were not affected by that ban. So we entered the new year in 2026 with the sad news, but we felt okay, well, like let's see, maybe in 3 months they were going to remove the ban and things were going to get better. But the year continued, and by February, I think mid-January, we got another shocker, but because they announced that they added another layer to the ban, such that it now they included like I think about 75 countries, but this one specifically affected people that were outside America. So this would be for people who were going to go through consular processing outside of the country. And I think after that happened, then in February, the visa bulletin showed that EB2NIW was current for the first time in almost 3 years. And this was good news because we were like, oh, okay, EB2NIW is current now. Be a lot of people that were on the line that were waiting to adjust their status. It gave a lot of us the opportunity to adjust status. But then for those people whose countries were under the ban, it therefore meant that even though they could adjust status, they could not get the final decisions on their cases. Let me be clear that the 39 country ban that came into effect on January 1, 2026 only affected decision, the final decision. It meant that if you submit your I-140, that is your EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5, any immigration process, OPT, whatever, they would process it. If you ask, maybe they decide, oh, they need more evidence from you, they can send you a request for more evidence, that is RFE, or they send an NOID, that is notice of intent to deny. If that is the case for you, they will send that out. The cases were being processed. The only thing that was held, that was not being processed, was the final decision. So they were not processing final decisions for anybody at that time. Um, okay. Okay, so they were not processing final decisions for anybody from that January 1st, 2026. But people were still, they would allow, like, you can still submit your petition, you can still get an RFE, and you must still respond to the RFE. When EB2NIW became current in February, people, like a lot of us, started doing adjustment of status because, and I'm saying this because a lot of us, maybe by now, I know one of the things that have made me, stayed away for a long time was I was resisting the urge to talk about this. But, and I'm saying this in the most honest way that I can share it. In times past, I mean, before this whole thing started, I'm talking 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, like 2020. What people did then when EB2NIW was still current was that a lot of people that applied for the I-140, they submitted their petition, and then they did adjustment of status, because you would get an EAD card pending when your adjustment of status would be processed. That was a sort of security for a lot of people, because it gave people the opportunity to get an EAD card that could allow them to work. So you find somebody, you graduate, for instance, maybe you are in America, you see one of your friends whom you graduated with, and the person tells you, oh, I did EB2NIW, and you'll be like, oh, I'm yet to be approved, but you see them working in like good jobs, like they're not dealing with the OPT drama that restricts you to work within the field that you are supposed to work. Because if you are an OPT, you must only work in the area that is related to your degree. But with your EAD card from EB2NIW, it does not kind of restrict you. It's a no restriction EAD. So you find them working already in normal fields and all of that. And the question was like, how are they doing it? How? Well, this is what happened. So what the situation we have currently now, where EB2NIW is current, I mean, if there's no backlog, that is what happened then. If you can, I know it sounds weird, especially when the memo came out that you have to go back to your country to do adjustment of status. At the point, I was like, okay, maybe that's why my mouth was trying to prevent me from coming out to say this. But thank God, they came back and said, oh, no, we don't mean all of you should go back. We just mean, like, if you are in a particular situation, then you are the ones that should go back to your country. So the summary of what I'm trying to say here is this. If you can and you can afford it, and you're doing EB2NIW, perhaps you have a case that is in process that you've not had a final decision on it yet, and you feel that you had a good case, you have a very high chance of getting approval on your case. In all fairness, this might actually be a good time for you to do your adjustment of status. I know that the visa bulletin for July will be released this week, probably tomorrow morning, or tomorrow morning we should expect to see the visa bulletin, or worst case scenario by Friday we should get the visa bulletin. And I know they were intentionally holding on to the visa bulletin because of the whole drama that happened on Friday. Why? I'm not sure, but if there's one thing I know, if they start approving cases the backlog for EB2 and IW is going to be massive. Like, I don't mean baby massive, I mean critical massive, like terrible massive. Yes, because you are going to have to be dealing with people that already got approved and are filing for adjustment of status, and people that have not yet been approved, but because EB2NIW came current since February, they were able to do their adjustment of status. I will not even be surprised if the backlog goes as far back as 3 years, like back to where we were in February, because that's quite a lot of people that have been able to, key into this and do their adjustment of status. It is not bad in life. It's just unfortunate. Sometimes, some people, in my language, they say sometimes it turns the back. What turns is back to you means that for some people it is facing front to them. I'm trying to translate Yoruba to English language. God help my life. But the point I'm trying to make is that you for some people it is beneficial to them. For some of us it might not be beneficial to us. But as it stands, everybody's yeah, people's luck are different, right? So in this situation, since CP2NIW became current in February, it therefore meant that it gave a lot of people the opportunity to apply for adjustment of status, which is not bad in a way, because that's the goal. That's what we were all praying for anyway. And thank God that was what happened. Yeah. So now, fast forward to 2026 June. We are here now. For the last 4 months, the visa bulletin did not change. Things have remained the same. The visa bulletin didn't change, but we were hoping that perhaps they would lift the ban for either the 39 country or they will lift the ban for the 75 country, but none of that has happened. Per the policy, the January 1 memo, they are going to review the policy by in after 180 days. I'm not going to lie, with what we have seen happen in the last 2 weeks, I think it was good that the organization that are filing this case, they actually took it up, and we are forever grateful to them for doing this, especially for most immigrants. I cannot tell you how many people went through hell in the last few months. It has been hell for a lot of people. I know people that graduated in December. Until now, they do not have their OPT EAD card. OPT is the card you get either 1 year or 3 years to work after you graduate from school in America. Personally, just for me personally, I feel it is injustice. Why? Somebody comes from their country, some of them paid out of pocket for school. And the premise was that after they graduated, they would be able to, put that knowledge to practice and gain skill that could be relevant to their career. And now they've graduated and they don't have an opportunity to do that. I don't think it's nice. But immigration is not a right, it's a privilege. We appreciate them for the privilege. But at the same time, agreement should be agreement. Yeah. But it is what it is. This is the situation we find ourselves. So aside from that, like you can imagine now a student who was in school, who probably was just trying and just striving, just managing to finish the program, and now they graduated from the program, and then there is no hope, no job, no, like it's not as if they cannot get the job, but now they cannot get the card, you understand? And now with all of these things that is going on now, we thank God. Well, the summary of the matter is that June 12th, Friday last week, they eventually released a memo saying that they are going to step down that January 1 decision and allow people to start filing the adjustment of status. We thank God for that. Now, since that is the case, we know that they have also filed an appeal to counter that memo that was released on Friday. So what else? What do we do? That is why I said, okay, fine, let's have a discussion about it. Let's all come together and kind of discuss about this. So, oh yeah, in life, you always have some people that they will always be like this. So this does not bother me. Just a second. Okay. Apologies, everybody. I think we have someone in the chat who should not be here. All right. So back to the conversation back to the conversation. So now the ban has the memo release says the ban has been lifted. But what does this mean practically for people that are going to file? For those of us that are waiting to submit our application because we, possibly you feel, oh, should I file now? Maybe you have cases that are pending. Should you upgrade your case to premium processing, or should you just leave it to kind of like just stay there? Or for those of you that were contemplating whether you should apply for adjustment of status, should you do it or should you not do it? These are the issues that are running through our minds now. And I know that by tomorrow, my prayer is that by tomorrow, we would start really receiving alerts. I pray so. I'm really, really looking forward that we wake up tomorrow morning and we start seeing alerts like, approval alerts. Yes, we are not hoping to see any denials and all that, but we hope that from tomorrow morning, they would actually start doing what they promised to. They promise that they will start doing, even though the hearing for the appeal will start on Wednesday. But we hope that at least pending this time, they will just honor that decision and start doing what they're supposed to do. Another thing I also would like to mention is that in as much as, yeah, this is an open space and we want to share things and everything, we understand also that the walls have ears. So I'm trying to also, as much as possible, not put any of us in jeopardy, because yes, the walls have ears. We have to be careful about the things that we share online and everything, because we respect the fact that immigration is a privilege. It is not a right. But then we are in this together. This thing affects a lot of us personally. So we all know that there's no way. It's almost like they say when you are pushed to the wall, you just have to do something. So we just have to make sure that we arm ourselves with the right information and know what is right to do. So I will start by, if you have any question, you can put in the chat box, and then I can pick our questions and directly address them. I have some of my points, some things that I would like to also address here as we journey along in this new phase, because I'm not going to lie to you, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. If you think that the way EB2 NIW, EB1A, EB3, EB4, EB5, everything used to be in the past, things have changed drastically. Things that they used to accept before, they don't accept it anymore. Like things they used to overlook, they're not overlooking it anymore. Like they have some, like, it's almost like it feels like there is a form of new manual that they use that we don't know, we don't see, we cannot see it. But when they give RFEs, we see some of the things that they do from there. And I'm saying this, the number one example, which is very, very important. Like, please, if you do not hear anything from this chat this evening, if you have not heard anything from this chat this evening, please, I beg you, listen to this. If you are submitting any document to USCIS from this moment, make sure that your signature is written with ink, use pen. I'm sure it's not that bad. For a pen cannot be more than maybe 50 cents. Please use pen to sign. Please use, I'm saying it again, please use a pen to sign. Like, don't do e-signing. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. We have noticed this pattern since February. When we see people's RFE, we can see it in the in RFEs. But they did not make it official until May 16 when they released the memo. However, they have been denying people based on that since February. So that's why I'm saying that one just have to do things right now. You cannot afford to do things anyhow now. You cannot afford to just say, oh, it doesn't matter. They did not used to, this thing did not used to matter. I'm just going to do it that way because my friend that applied in 2024 did it and he went through and they scaled through. So because that my friend did it and scaled through, I'm going to do it also and scale through. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that. You must do things the right way now. Sign with ink. Buy the pen. It's just 50 cents, $1, whatever. Make sure you are signing with your pen. The I-140 forms, the I-9089 forms, whatever form you are submitting, and the petition itself, sign it with pen. The only thing I think that they might actually look over is maybe your recommendation letters. For your recommendation letters, sometimes some professors, some university, they have e-signatures. It might just be that. So they might forgive that. But then please insist that your recommenders also sign with pen. And the reason they do this is because they are trying to prevent fraud. They are trying to reduce the amount of fraud because they know that people sometimes they just insert signature. Maybe you take a picture of the signature and just insert it in the document. So they don't want that anymore. They're trying to prevent it. So that's why they are saying you should use your pen to sign. Very, very important. I'll start. So I am attending to some of the questions while I address the conversations I have here. So the number one question for everyone is this: has the ban been lifted as of today? Oh, the answer is yes. As of today. We don't know about tomorrow, but as of today, yes, partially. Why? Because they already filed an appeal, and the appeal hearing from the first circuit is going to start on June 17, which is this Wednesday. They're going to sit on it 3 times: June 17, June 22nd, and June 24th. So we are still inside the heat, but things are going to get a little bit better now. So that's what I can say on that. For countries that are not affected by the ban, like Ghana, Kenya, Canada, UK, Germany, Australia, if your country is not part of the ban, good, it is going to be business as usual for you. So first question, you want me to shed more light on EB1A as well? Well, I don't know what you mean by the question, shed more light on EB1A. Maybe give more context to that. You said, can EB1A applicants do premium processing now? E.g., I am a Zimbabwean, I'm from Zimbabwe on partial ban. Okay, yes. So this is just me personally. Please, I'm not speaking for anybody. This is just me. I have clients that have submitted the application since December 2023, and they've not gotten the final decision from USCIS till now because they did not do premium processing. I have people from April 2024, January 2025, they are still waiting for USCIS decision. So it's just me. I am a forever advocate of premium processing. Why? Imagine if you submitted your petition in January 2025 and you did not do premium processing and you waited till December 2025 when they released the news about the ban. You were automatically affected by that news. Meanwhile, your fellow colleague who did premium processing maybe they submitted also with you in January 2025 And then they decided, oh, I'm tired of waiting, and they were able to maybe pull the money together, somebody's leg, somebody's arm, somebody's head, somebody's shoe, somebody's bag, and tied it together and paid for the premium processing. They got the final decision in May 2025, for example. They submitted for adjustment of status by May 2025, right? I mean, a fellow Zimbabwean like yourself, and now they got their green card by October 2025. They are done with the process. Gaskia, done. But for you that did not do the premium processing, you were now caught in this partial ban rubble. You cannot move forward because without the ban being lifted, you don't know your final decision. Even though they've lifted the ban now, it does not mean that automatically they will process your case. It is when they choose or when they wish that they will process your case if it is under normal processing. There is no law, I repeat, no law. You cannot fight them. There is what case there are things that you can do here. Well, let me not say there is nothing you can do. There are things you can do. If your case is I think if your case is up to 3 years, you can actually file for them to attend the case. I think, is it 3 years or 2 years? I think it's 2 years. If your case is up to 2 years and under normal processing and they have not attended to it, there is a USCIS injunction that you can file, and then they can consider, fast track the case. I don't personally put my mind, and unfortunately I will not go research about it. Please read about it. Google and ChatGPT and Claude is your friend. Please use it and Google and find that out. Most of the people that I've seen that have gone that route and written the injunction, written to USCIS, spoken to them about, oh, my case has been delayed for a while. I've submitted my I-140 for the past 2-3 years. I've not heard anything. What's going on? They honestly don't do nothing about it. But they will tell you, oh, well, okay, fine, we've heard you, we'll process it. For some of you, you might get lucky, they might process it. For some people, they might just leave it in the system and continue to look at it. I think at the end of the day, some of what I'm saying is that if you can afford it, do premium processing. Why? Because tomorrow is not guaranteed for you. If you do premium processing, you already know it's 15 days. If you do DB1, that you get your final decision. If you do premium processing for EB2 NIW, you are guaranteed that within 45 days, you will know the final decision. But I know that the money is a lot. Every year, they keep increasing it. They started with $2,500. I don't know how we got to $2,965 because that's where we are right now. That's what they charge now. They've added a lot on top of it over time. And who knows, maybe tomorrow morning you might wake up and they might increase the premium processing to 3,200 again. So every day things change. If you can afford it, go for it. I know I've spent a lot of time on this, and I'm saying this because I think some of us really need to understand that immigration changes every day. If you can afford it, just do premium processing, complete the process, and get yourself out of the system. Can family members in Zimbabwe or other countries on the 39 only country do B1, B2 visitor visa for now? Well, the memo that was released on Friday, in a way, it does not affect the 75 countries. We are waiting for tomorrow morning. Let them clarify that part for us, okay? What we know is that the policy memo that was released on Friday, it specifically affects PM, that is the policy manual 6020192. That affects, it means that they freeze all application, all benefit for nationals of over 19 countries. We know that it is about 39 countries. That's policy manual 6020192. The second policy manual that they strike down on Friday was the policy manual 6020194. That is the one that affects the larger bulk of the 39 country. It still does not include people that are outside, that are going through consular processing. The last one was the PA 2025 to 2026. That one, that law that allows officers to use your country of birth as a significant negative factor against you in your green card, EAD, and your state and status decision. I'm sure a lot of us did not know about the last policy, but it actually was there. So if you are from a country that they deem not good in a way, like Nigeria, for example, when they are adjudicating your case, they would actually consider your country as a reason to punish you for, like, your case might just get a negative strike down just because you were born in that country. So, but for, I mean, in answer to your question about the B1, B2 visa, for the now, a lot of people, I know this one because I'm Nigerian, so I know a lot of people that have gone to the embassy in the last 6 months. They have consistently been denying people B1, B2 visa. A few people, I've seen just one person that got in on B1, B2 visa since January. Just one family, the husband, the wife, and their child. And they actually were government officials. They were coming to the US on governmental assignment. Even though it was B1, B2 visa they gave them, but they were government officials. So, but every other person, people that were trying to get F1 visa, B1 visa, B2 visa, they have not given them. People on H1B, they actually, I know a lot of people that on H1B that they got visas, yes, because in a way, I don't know how they did it, but H1B was somehow in a way exempted from the whole thing. So, yeah, but that was the situation. So the next question, you are curious if anyone has done or planning to do premium processing in this lift. Yeah, if anybody is doing premium processing now, if you want to consider it, I would say maybe sometimes for me, like when news like this come out, I like to take my time and read the news, understand it very well, look at the terrain, understand what USCIS is really saying clearly, because sometimes the initial news that they share, they will clarify it maybe in, like, after 2 days or after one day, they always give out another memo that gives more clarity to what they are saying. So I would say if you are having if you're doubting whether you should do premium processing or not, maybe you should wait till Wednesday when they do the first circuit meeting. That's June 17. You can wait till then and see what they will bring out. Because trust me, oh, they are always typing a memo. Yeah. Yeah. So, does any applicant from the banned 75 country get affected while applying for NIW? So, Mr. Rogers, can you please clarify the question? He said, does any I'm not sure I understand. I think there's something that is missing in the question. So, how much do lawyers on this platform charge? Well, I'm not a lawyer, so yeah, if you want to know how much I charge for the EB2NIW, you can book a consultation with me and then you know. Can someone file adjustment while having pending I-140? Good question, Esther. Yes, of course. Of course, yes. You can file adjustment of status with a pending I-140. Yeah, you can. It's allowed. Yeah, a lot of people have done that. In fact, I had one client in February. Very nice guy. Is from Pakistan, and he's had his EB2NIW in the system for a long time. I think it's April or May 2024. And he was like, you know what, sort lady, I think I'm just going to do this adjustment. I'm like, yeah, I think you should do it. I think you should do it. And yeah, so he decided to do the adjustment of status. And when he went through the adjustment of status process, we helped him put his documents together and he submitted for the adjustment of status. And after, I think in April, so he already did his biometrics and everything. And then he came and was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to pay for the premium processing for the EB2. And he did pay. And guess what? He got approved. Like, I was so happy. I was so happy. He got approved for the EB2 in May for it. and he got his EAD card as well. So, sometimes you never can tell. Something can just pour you to the next level. So it might just be what will spur you to take the step. So if you can do it, do it. But the only problem with adjustment of status now is that you have to do medical, and medical is where the problem is. Because for some of us that stay in some places whereby there are not so many medical doctors, medical USCIS medical surgeons around, it might be a little bit difficult for you to get an appointment for the for your medicals, and you must submit your medicals while you are submitting for adjustment of status. So very, very important. So somebody else said, so yes, the answer is that you can submit adjustment of status even though your I-140 has not yet been approved. If I were in this situation right now, like now, I'm going to do the adjustment of status. I'm so going to do it. That's just me. Because when all of this thing clears out and EB2NIW, the visa bulletin retrogresses, is going to be massive, baby. It's going to be massive. So this is another question. I did my adjustment of status for EB1A in 2025. Biometrics was done in 2025 as well. You have not heard from USCIS since then. You cannot hear now, you are Nigerian. There's a ban for Nigerians. So the ban means that everybody from Nigeria is automatically on a standstill. So from tomorrow morning, though, you might hear a lot. Please, if you get an alert, share with us. Let us celebrate together and celebrate your good news with you. So we know that from this week we should hear really good news. And let me also state that for those of us that have been following my page on Instagram, and shout out to my assistant that has been following up on updates and everything on there. Thank you so much. Like I was just like, please just make sure that any news that comes out, please just make sure that people are updated at least on Instagram, even though we cannot come on WhatsApp. So if as of today, okay, for people that are from the banned countries, the 39 banned countries, if you submit your adjustment of status prior now, you submitted it in 2025 and all of that, if you do get you can literally wake up tomorrow morning and get to know that they've approved you for the EAD or your green card, and they will send it to you. So that solves the problem, right? But for those of us that perhaps you did EB2NIW, don't forget that they are still going to be treating your cases on. It's not going to be like the EB1A people. EB2NIW has a retrogression as at February. They were treating cases from 2020, 2022. Yeah. No. Was it 2022? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that if your case is EB2NIW, don't expect magic to get the EBAD, the adjustment of status green card automatically. They will still follow due process. So please be patient with them. Another thing is, I'll post on the group. There is a way, maybe by tomorrow morning, like everybody, as you're waking up tomorrow morning, we are bombarding Emma. The USCIS chatbot. So you're going on Emma and you're telling them, oh, you have submitted your case, blah, 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 from this time to this time. Please, can you, I've not heard back from USCIS. Can you expedite my case? You, tomorrow morning, we are going to be typing. We're going to be typing. You're going to be calling. You're going to be disturbing so that you can move your case up on the ladder, especially if your case is EB1. Even if your case is EB2 and you have been in the system, maybe you've submitted, you've gotten your approval since 2024, 2025, call them. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just trying to, move your case up the ladder. Okay, so please let us reach out. I guess that's the point. Let us reach out tomorrow morning. Make sure that we are contacting USCIS and telling them to move our case up the ladder. For those from the 39 countries such as Nigeria under the ban, what are the chances of getting STEM OPT approval before the year ends? Augustine, that one, it's between us and it's between that STEM OPT part. I think that if nothing at all moves, OPT at all should be approved, especially for people that graduated since December and people that graduated in May that submitted early enough. Yeah, I think at least you should get your EAD and STEM OPT. So please, if nobody is doing this this thing, this please, I don't mean that we should wake up tomorrow morning and the USCIS should start looking for the person that told everybody they should go online and start disturbing them. Or please, I'm a small person, no. But yes, if you have been waiting for your OPT, you have been waiting for your STEM OPT, tomorrow morning you should not be slacking. You should be texting the chatbot, the Emma chatbot. You should be calling USCIS to tell them, oh, the memo said that you guys have to release my OPT card. Please approve my OPT card now. I need it now. Now. Like, you ain't joking. You need it now. So contact them and do what you need to do. The chances of you getting it before the year ends, I think the chances is good if they would honor the memo. But if they don't honor the memo, I'm sorry, you still have to wait. Please explain what you mean by sitting on it. I wish you put a little bit of context so that I know what you are referring to here. But I'm sorry, I don't think I know what you are referring to. What about those awaiting decisions on the EB visa? Should decisions be expected? Yes, decisions should be expected from tomorrow. Yes, decisions should be expected. How long does your review process take? Oh, it takes 72 hours. You can find the form on the start page. Yeah, you can go on my website, it's migratepeople.com, and you can find the form there. Okay, do you mean the recommendation letter must be signed even if the person's name is at the bottom of the letter? Yes, 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 yes. Please, very good question from Shedrack. Thank you. Very wonderful question. Please, sorry, I would stop a little bit here and talk about new changes on immigration process for those of us that are going to be submitting our I-140s and our I-485 soon. Please, if you are going to be submitting anytime soon, please know this much, okay? I want you to do something. Take a chill, cold bottle of water. We are in summer, so everywhere is hot. Yeah. Take a cold, chill bottle of water. Calm down. Please calm. Don't rush. I know you want to submit. Your blood is hot. It's hot as it is hot. Calm down. And make sure that you are doing it right. This time, it's not the time for you to go and jump and submit anyhowness. Don't do anyhowness. And I'm saying this because there are repercussions for you doing anyhowness at this time. 3 major repercussions. Number 1, USCIS has an entire department that is set up now to vet everything that you submit. I'm not saying you're submitting anything wrong. I'm saying their job is to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. If you submit a document that is not, that you put together shoddily, not because it was not correct, but because you did not calm down and do it right, you will be penalized for it. There is no space for sorry again. I mean sorry that they will now send your document back to you and ship your document back to you and write there that you did not feel so and so, you did not sign. They're not doing that anymore. They will collect the money and they ain't gonna refund you nothing. So you will lose money. That's one. You will also be in trouble because they will put it on record. That document that you submitted that is not correctly done, it is going to be on your record. If you come back tomorrow, and don't forget, oh, we all know that we are in the age of technology, and with everything that's going on, yeah, Big Brother is watching. You will be penalized for submitting incorrect documents. So maybe tomorrow you now come with the right thing, you did it right now, you are submitting it. They will go back and look at what you initially submitted and compare it with the new one you are submitting, and they might honestly just penalize you. And at that point, your explanation will not make any sense at that point. So please, I'm begging you now, as you are preparing your document to ship it tomorrow morning, because some of us, we are going to sleep at the door of USPS overnight. Like, you are literally going to go and sleep in our car because of USPS. As USPS is opening the door, as FedEx is opening their door tomorrow morning, you are entering with them. For some of us sef, we are submitting tonight, because of course all of these applications have online opportunities to submit now. You are ready to submit your application. Before you click send, check and check and check again and check again, and please drink cold water and check again and check again, and please check again, because there is no space for error again. No space for error. You do anyhow, you see anyhow. You submit the wrong document, you get in trouble forever. You will be explaining till Jesus comes. There's no sorry. There's no it was a mistake again. They have said it, they have released the memo, they have been clear about it. Please do not put yourself in trouble. Sign your document with pen. That 50 cents that you want to use to buy that biro will not kill you. Don't do technology. Please. I'm not saying that if as per who you are, you can do your thing, no. But I'm saying this for people like myself who want to go through a smooth process, who don't like stress, and that's why I'm emphasizing this. The third thing is that when you don't if you make mistake, so I said number one, they will not refund your money. Again, they will not ship it back to you and tell you to correct the error that you did. They will collect the money. They will not refund you the money. Number two, it's going to be on your record. Even if in the future you now come and submit the right document, they will compare that wrong one that you did the first time and compare and contrast. And if unfortunately you fall into the hand of a not so good person, they will use it against you. Why? A little patience could have solved that problem for you. I know we consultants and lawyers, they charge a lot of money for this service, and you know me, I've always been an advocate of do it yourself. But in this age and time, even though you do it yourself, give your roommate, give a friend, give your wife, please give your friend. I do reviews. Come to us. Let us help you look at the document before you submit it. There's no space for error again. I'm saying this because I've said it in 2024. I was very particular about it. I used to talk about it a lot, and a lot of people still made mistakes. And over time, of course, I came and did webinar and we showed you examples of, oh, don't do this, don't do that. And people still did it anyway. But then they were not using AI. There was no online submission. You can still get away with it. They were not punishing people for it. But now they will punish you for it. They will penalize you for it. So please just do it right. I'm begging, because tomorrow morning a lot of people are going to be submitting a lot of documents. Please do it right. I'm begging you. If you are somebody from like Nigeria, and you know that you were born after 1992, I think it was 1991 they did the NPC birth certificate, Abi, take your time and do the right thing. Whether you were born in 1980 or you were born in 1971 or you were born in 2000, do it. Just do it. Just for balance sake, just do it. If you're from maybe a country like, say, you're from Canada, you're from an European country, just make sure that you ask questions, look at your documents, ask people in the country, please, what are the documents that I should submit? Is this correct? Is this not correct? I've reopened the groups now. I know, like I said, for those of us that are just joining, so I'm saying it again, apologies. Apologies. I apologize. I apologize. Sorry for the long closure. Please forgive me. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now the group is open. You can ask a question. Yeah, on the group. If, of course, somebody will answer. If nobody answers, if I have time and I come around, I will answer. It's that simple with me. So, moving on. Oh, by the way, another thing to mention, for those of us that are submitting I-140 soon, that's EB1A or EB2 NIW, EB3 or EB4 or EB5, whatever the case may be, please, if you have an RFE or an NOID or you are submitting fresh, let me shut up so that you can all hear me clearly. Okay, I give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can hear me now, right? Include the CV of your recommender. I'm saying it clearly. Include the CV of your recommender. Things have changed. Include the CV of your recommender. Okay? Please include it. I'm saying it now. Include the CV of your recommender. In the past, it used to not be a big deal. So far, the recommender writes it in the letter that, oh, I am so and so person, I'm recommending this person, it works. But now it's not going to work anymore. I'm saying this because I know that it is not going to fly anymore. Include the CV of your recommender. Even if you have to be the one to sit down and put the CV together and write the CV and build it for the person, just make sure that you attach a CV of your recommender when you are submitting your I-140. What about premium processing increasing the chance of RFE? As always, I have never and I will never believe that theory. I'm sorry, I know that lawyers tell you this, maybe because I'm not a lawyer, Sha. So, or maybe because I am an optimist, I am an annoying optimist. So, I believe that, yeah, I don't believe in things like that. If you will get RFE, you will get RFE. Whether you do premium processing or not, if your petition will get RFE, it will get RFE. Your premium processing is not the reason why you got an RFE. But I know it. I know there are so many theories out there that says otherwise. I'm sorry if I am breaking, if I'm not following the status quo, but I'm saying that I don't believe that theory that doing premium processing increases your chances of RFE. I'm sorry, but that's just my belief. However, just because we live in a world whereby you cannot always know everything and do everything, why don't we balance things up? I will say this. This is what I say for people that ask me this same question, because I know that you are not going to listen to me anyway. I would say this much. Maybe you can submit your I-140 first. Perhaps maybe you submit your I-140 in June, for example, and then by July or August, you now do premium processing. How about that? No? Yeah, maybe that is I think that's fair, but I'm saying this because it's a personal experience for me. And I'm saying this because it's paining me when I see people that say it online that if you do premium processing when you submit initially, it causes you to have a fee. It's not true. It's not true. I'm telling you, it's not true. Because if you submit premium processing after 9 months or after 2 years, if you are going to get RFE, you will still get the RFE. It will not reduce your chances of getting the RFE. The fact that you think, oh, I did not do premium processing, I submitted in January 2024 and we are in June 2026. If I pay for premium processing now, USCIS will consider my case, and because they know that I've spent 2.5 years in the system, my case has been with them for 2.5 years. Maybe because of that, they will temper mercy with justice or justice with mercy, whichever one it is. You know what I'm trying to say. They will not temper any justice with mercy. They will not And I'm telling you from personal experience, they're not going to temper no mercy with no justice or no justice with no mercy. If you will get a referee, you will get a referee. Okay. I don't want to be too well. You know me, I'm a funny person, and I have to be happy when I talk because then it will be too boring. I'm sorry for people that like to be official and formal. This is not a formal space. We are an official family, and we talk and we gist as we do this. So apologies if this is not your style and you are used to people being serious when they talk, but I'm not a serious person, and I don't think I would ever, God will not even allow me to be serious anyway. So please do not, that's just me, but I might be wrong, but I'm saying personally, from my own personal experience, premium processing does not increase your chance of RFE. If you submit it when you submit your I-140, if God says you will not get RFE, you ain't gonna get one. But if it is in your destiny that you will get one, if you like, stay in the system for 2.5 years, stay in the system for 5 years, you will still get the RFE. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. And let me proceed. What happens if someone decides to file for adjustment of status, but the IB2 wasn't later approved? My sister, if you hear Otilo, it has gone. It has gone. The money, it has gone. So the question is that what happens if someone decides to file for adjustment of status, but their EB2 was not approved eventually? Unfortunately, the money is gone. That's it. That's the summary. It's a gamble. Even your EB2 NIW, no matter how confident you are in it, it's a gamble. It is what it is. That's it. Well, people that work with me, if you work with me, if you come to my consultation and or you reach out to me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'll guarantee you no approval, but we're gonna work the shit out of the work. We're gonna make sure that your petition, we put the best fit forward for you. Yes, but we ain't gonna guarantee you no approval because it is a human being that will make the decision. The human being might decide to be nice to you. They might decide not to be. So there's nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. So please know this and know peace that if you do adjustment of status while your EB2 is not yet approved, it is a gamble. Gamble. If your EB2 NIW petition is not approved eventually, you lose the money for the adjustment of status. It does not affect your current status. It does not. It does not. It does not. You will still retain your current status. The fact that you have applied for adjustment of status does not mean that you cannot apply for an immigration benefit in the future. Well, okay, let me pedal down on that too, because we are in a different dispensation where nothing is guaranteed. So sorry, apologies. Um, um, no. I'm ready. I'm trying to replay in my brain now if there is any law that negates that. I don't think there's any law that negates that. Hey, wahala, all these our ChatGPT and Claude now. Sometimes now, God will just help my intelligence. So hey, thank God that I've done PhD before this AI thing came. That's how I will just not go to school again. It is well in Jesus' name. All right. So as I was saying, I don't think that should be a fear that you should deal with, because in all fairness, you will spend that money. Yes, you will spend that money. That $1,440 that you use to do the adjustment of status to file for it, you will spend that money eventually. But if you use it to do the adjustment of status, you secure your spot in the system. Because I'm gonna tell you, for those of us that maybe are just entering, let me just tell you what you don't want to hear, and it is the truth. The ban has been lifted for now until when the appeal changes things. The visa bulletin for July has not yet been released. So therefore, we don't know what July holds for us. But one thing is sure. You know that thing that I know that is sure is that EB2 is going to retrogress. Oh, it's sure. It's sure die. That much I know. It may not retrogress in July. It might be in August. It might be in September. But when that retrogression happens, it's going to be massive. But then let me also err at the side of caution by saying that we have a good news that a lot of us don't know. And I'm happy to share this good news with us. Do you know that in fiscal year 2025, they had 46,000 green cards left over that rolled into 2026 fiscal year? So it means that we actually have extra 46,000 green cards that became beneficial to the employment-based visa category. So naturally, so for let me just like put it practically. Let's say in year 2026, we are supposed to have 100 green cards for the entire employment-based visa category. The good news is that we had extra 46,000 added. So that extra 46,000 actually was one of the things that contributed to EB2 and IW being current. I know it's just a speck, it's just a tiny, it's not only it, I'm not giving the credit to that extra 46,000, but it's still something. 46,000 is not small too. It's not, now it's not small. It's not 46,000 green card is a lot too, but that's the good news. So we hope that with that extra, the backlog on the EB2 is not going to be too much eventually. Yeah, we hope so. So, what is the frequent reason I-140 is denied? It's wishes and wizards. I'm just joking. Okay, there are so many reasons why I-140 can be denied. I will come back to that question. Let me write it somewhere. I'll come back to it because I want to talk to you about people that are going to be filing I-140, the things that you should start looking out for, your evidences, your recommendation letters, your well positioning, and all of those other things. So please, I'll come back to that question. What happens if someone decides to file for adjustment of status? Okay, I think I've answered that question. For those from the 39 countries, such as Nigeria under the ban, what are the chances of getting OPT approval before a stay of policy is granted? I think, in all fairness, if they are not going to be wicked, they should approve the OPTs for you guys as soon as possible. Yeah, I think if there's anybody that should benefit from this stay of policy, this June, the Friday good news, it should be OPT and STEM OPT people. Because in all fairness, they're not reviewing any case for you, in all fairness. So why won't you be approved? But let's just pray that they do it. Yeah, let's just pray that they do it. Premium processing is now 30 days. Says, I don't know. I've not heard that news. I don't work in USCIS, so I don't know. When did it change to 30 days again? Please, is it true? Okay. I don't know when it changed to 30 days, but it used to be 45 days. For EB2 and IW, and then for EB1A, it used to be 15 days. When did it change to 30 days? Sorry, let me move on. Do you mean someone can do premium process for EB2 right now? Oh, yes, absolutely, Joseph. Yeah, you can, of course. Yes. So far, you have an I-140 in the process. You know what? It's very simple. Just fill the form I-907, okay? Very simple. Fill the form I-907, fill the payment processing, whichever one you want to use, whether you want to use your Credit card, you fill the G1450. If you want them to remove the money directly from your bank account, you fill form G1650. They do not take credit card, they do not take checks or money orders anymore. Hey, Jesus, in our own time, in our Nigba Tower, it was money order we used to use and checks. But times have changed. Times have changed. Sorry, I was only reminiscing on the good old days of money orders and checks. But anyway, back to our conversation. Yes, they do not take money orders and checks anymore. They only take credit cards or debit card or direct bank withdrawal. So very simple. Just fill those two forms. Fill the G1145, very important, very important. Fill the G1145 so that you can get the email notification when they get your application. Submit it. Very simple. Submit it online. That one is no big deal, and you get it done. Yeah. What of those that have submitted EB2 since 9 months ago and have not gotten a decision? Can premium processing be done now? Mm, mhm, mm. I've said my own no. Do premium processing if you can afford it. Do it, do it, do it. You spend the money. Yes, you use the money to go and rent apartment that you're not supposed to be living in, and then you're paying huge bills there. Or you used to buy something on TikTok shop, buy something on Temu, things that you don't need, that you don't use in the house. What do you need that TV, that extra TV in your room for? Use the money to do your premium processing and forget about it. And stop doing car notes. Buy small Toyota and be using it. Get your immigration shit out of the way. Please, just get it done. I'm telling you, the day you get done with this, the day you get your papers sorted, there's a peace that comes. It's different. There's a joy that flows through you. There is confidence that you have. You sleep, you close your eyes. You have that. I don't know how to explain it to you. You cannot it's different. It's different. You will see opportunities, you key into it. You will see a job, you can apply it. You can go out with confidence. There is a lot that it just gives you. You have no idea how much peace you will have if you sort this whole thing out. It's painful that some of our countries like Zimbabwe, we are part of this ban. It's painful, but I'm assuring you, you can just stick it through. Just endure a little bit more. Just stick it out and get this thing done. Just get it done. Forget all these frivolities. Oh, I remember, I'm sorry, but it's a joke. When they announced the whole H1B $100,000 increase thing, I have some of my friends, my Nigerian friends, when I was living in Texas, and then they called me that, "Hey, you know what? We lost our jobs now, and blah 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 blah." And they were going to sell the house and everything. And some of our other friends on the group chat started joking and saying, "Hey, H1B, you buy house on H1B. That now." But the point is, I'm not saying it is bad for you to do that, right? If you can, please, by all means, of course, go for it and do it. Yes, getting a property in America is a big deal. It's very good, yeah. But sort your immigration now. Sort it out. That's it. And that has been my message for the past 6 years that I've been saying. My message has not changed. It remains the same. Get your immigration sorted. You get it sorted, I am assuring you, it will be like every puzzle falls in place. Every other puzzle will fall in place. It's just even unfortunate that this year they stopped us from getting SBA loan. Imagine if it was last year, when we could still get SBA loan. You'll just be able to get $1 million, that you guys used to buy one business. I'm telling you, it was good. It was so good. It was so good. I'm telling you. Just get it. Oh God, I know that as I'm saying it now, some people will say suddenly they are started making jokes and it's not serious again. But I'm telling you the truth though. Yeah, my brothers and my sisters, I cannot lie for you. I cannot lie for you. I'm telling you what I know. The money I have is what I'm giving you. Do this thing. Do this thing. and be done with it. If you are still outside America, maybe our reality might not be your reality. In fact, I did this meeting at this time because I wanted to talk to us people in America here first. Because now we the fire they burn. You guys at the fire they burn us differently because we dey inside the heat of it. So moving on. Do you advise somebody submitting EB1A tomorrow plus premium plus adjustment of status altogether? Ìjọba ìjọba well done. Ìjọba be calming down o. Ìjọba be calming down o. Anyway, yes. My answer to you is if you can afford it, do it. That's it. If you can afford it, you can file for EB1A, EB2 or your EB2NIW plus premium processing plus adjustment of status. If you can do it, do it. That is if you can afford it. Well, it's a lot of money. What is what I'm saying? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Money that is down payment for house. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It is. But if you can afford it, please do it. Yeah. That's just me. That's if you are my brother or you are my sister, that's what I will tell you, because that's what people told me and that's what I did and that's what worked for me. And I don't regret it. And that's why I've been telling everybody to do the same. Except you don't want to stay in America, except you want to go back to your country or you want to go someplace else. You don't have to concern yourself with all these things that we are saying. But if this is your Mecca, if this is your Kaaba, do it. If USCIS fails to act on a premium processing case within 45 business days, because the case was placed on hold due to the travel ban policy, is the premium processing fee refundable? The answer to your question is I don't know. Until tomorrow morning, I don't know. So we have never experienced the ban before. So we don't have a use case to consider this. But by fairness, the money should be returned. By being fair, yes, the money should be returned. But if it is me, if they will approve my case, let them take the money. I dash them, let them give my approval. But I think they should return the money. So, lady, I submitted the first question, but you skipped it. I will ask again. But you did not ask again now. The Ari Dangbas. You didn't ask again. Okay, the next question says, how long will the decision be made? I want to try and round up the meeting by 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That means we have 8 more minutes. So please, if I don't get to your question, pardon me. If you want me to continue the meeting, maybe 10 minutes over, so we end by 7:40, please clap or send me love, send me some love. And please follow my channel. I'm begging you. Please follow. As it came in, please follow my channel. And please, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Yeah, so please, thank you for subscribing and for liking and for sharing. And share too, please. So thank you. I appreciate you. Thanking you. All right, back to the question. How long would a decision be made after the meeting to get a decision on the appeal? And so what we know is that the first circuit, they're going to be sitting from they submitted it on Friday. Submitted it on Friday morning. The lady, the USCIS lawyer, she submitted it in the morning on Friday, and then on June 17th, they would be presenting it. On June 22nd, they would also, that's next week Monday, they would also be sitting on it again. And we hope that by June 24th, that is the upper Wednesday, they would make, the judge will make a decision. But you know the beautiful thing, we are praying for Judge McConnell. Judge McConnell, please, all of you should go and donate $1 to those people's page. Go and donate for them. And please, go and drop something there. They are an NGO, we didn't pay them for this. They are an NGO. So let us go and support them. Please, let's go and support them. They did a good job because they are not just fighting for one person. They fought for everybody. Everybody, and that is the beauty of non-profits in America. So let's support them. Thank you so much. So we don't know how long the decision will take, but by June 24, tentatively, we should get a decision. Can I get a refund of my PP money now that the USCI, like I said, I don't know about that. Can someone just submit if their petition is not ready just to be in the queue? In the past, I would have said yes to this question. Honestly, I would have just said yes to your question that you can just submit your petition, even though it is not ready, just to be in the queue, in the queue, quick. Anyone, quick, queue, whatever. Anyway, back to the conversation. Please, I beg of you, don't submit anyhow thing at this time. Please, please. For your sake, don't do it. Don't do it. You can correct what you have not submitted. You cannot correct what has been submitted. I will never be an advocate of online submission. I'm sorry, apologies, but I will never support online submission. That's me. It's going to be paper all the way, paperback all the way, paper all the way. There's a reason. If you have worked in corporate before, you know what I'm saying. If you worked in corporate, if you worked in legal services before, if you've been an investigator before, you know what I'm talking about. That paperback, paper, like, can you hear that? Paper beats anything. Paper, don't worry. I cannot say some things as far behind the space that we are, but if you can, do paperback, do paper, do paper. Yeah, there's a reason why if you go to court, no matter how much technology has advanced, you will still see in the offices, even in government offices, they will still tell you that some documents, it is typewriter, typewriter of old, that typewriter that they pour ink. Wait, I hope we are not all old there. Typewriter, that one that you will slam it to the left and slam it to the right and type the thing inside. That's what they use to type the document. There's a reason for it. I cannot say it, but he that has ears, let him hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. All right, moving on. Don't submit your document if it's not ready. Please don't do it. Your documents are going to be filed on record, and if in the future you want to correct something that you know should not have been there, it's going to be difficult for you to correct it. There are speculations that the ban lift is only for people within the US. Can you please confirm if it is true or not? I am confirming to you that it is true. Yeah, it is true, unfortunately. Tomorrow morning, they will release a document that clarifies whether it impacts people outside. So let us wait till tomorrow morning for that clarification. But as of today, from what we understand from the initial memo and the other documents the memo that was sent, so they released the memo for all of us on their page. They now release another memo for their staff as well that we have access to. So from both memos, it shows that it is actually for those of us that are inside. But maybe tomorrow morning they will clarify. That is why, in fact, I know this webinar should have been done yesterday. I kept waiting that maybe they will upload, maybe they will clarify, but I'm just too excited for the news. I'm like, I'm gonna talk today. I'm gonna come out and gist with people. Let's find a way forward. What about those of us who file premium processing ab initio? For our EB1A I-140 and submitted RFE since February. What should we do now? You wait. You don't have a choice. You wait and you pray that your RFE would receive the breath of God and the grace of whatever religion you practice, and pray that it should be approved. I know you've done a good job. Yeah. And every one of us that have gone through this process, I think we ought to see if you have ever applied for I-140, please go and this night, I want you to just go and take a like celebrate yourself, please. Like, I mean, if you went through this process, it's not people that they just fight this one once and everything just went through and they just be like, no more shit, I can know how to do it. You went through this process, it didn't shake you one kind, shake your body, celebrate yourself. I'm not going to lie. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've gone through a lot of things in my personal life. I've been through hell. I've been through a lot. But I will assure you, the toughest thing I ever did was this thing. It's the toughest I've ever done. It was hard. I saw Shege Banza. So if you've gone through the process, please celebrate yourselves. Celebrate yourselves. You've done well. You've done well. You've tried. It's a lot. So I pray that your RFE will get approved. I pray that you hear good news. I pray that your effort will not go down. That you will smile when you get the news. Because it is not enough for you to apply. When you now get RFE, it's double work. When you now get NOID on top of RFE, it's double, triple. It's not easy, but it is well. It is the situation we found ourselves. Will my F1 status be affected once I submit my adjustment of status while awaiting approval? No, your F1 status will not be affected. However, you must maintain your F1 status. Please, if you've submitted your adjustment of status, it is not a reason for you to now go and get out of, like, stop going to school or maybe leave your OPT. No. Please maintain status. Look, in the past, they used to say, oh, adjustment of status is a status. Well, I will not lie for you. I go lie for you. Maintain status. So, maintain status. So, maintain status. Just make sure that you're maintaining status. Because what if the adjustment of status did not go through? Please maintain status. Can someone who is receiving a child's benefit apply for EB1, EB2? Mr. Benga, please DM me. Tell me that you are the person that talked about child benefits. Let us jump over that question. Is the adjustment of status for F1, J1 still under consular processing? No. So they clarified on that. Praise the Lord. They clarified that that's not what they meant. So they've clarified on that. So that news about you going back to your country to do consular processing, they've clarified on it for the most part. So it's not everybody that will need to go to their country for consular processing. Not everybody. In fact, for the most part, if you are a person, maybe especially if you even did EB1, EB2, definitely if they approve your case, it's because you have something of value you want to bring to the country. So you automatically don't even qualify for that clause for going back to your country. But let me not lie, I'm going to tell you the truth. Anything can happen. There is no straight way or straight, this is it for this administration. So you still have to be careful and pray for God's favor. If you file AOS and get your EAD while you are a student, would you advise the person to use it while they are still a student? Good question. Me, I will use it. That's just me. Some people say don't use it. I respect their choice too. But me, I'm gonna use it. That's it. That's just me. That's me. If I get EAD card while I am still a student, and on the condition that your EB2 has been approved, please, on the condition that your EB1 or EB2 has been approved. I will use the EAD. But if your EB2 and EB1 has not been approved, please don't use it. Oh, please don't use it. We beg you. But if your I-140 has been approved and you get an EAD card, you are literally punishing yourself by not using it. So please, sir, use it. Oh, if you don't use it, you're just punishing yourself for no reason. If F1 file EB2 an adjustment of status simultaneously, if it is denied, do they lose their F1 status? Again, I read it because this one pertains to a lot of us. If I am an F1 student, that is, I am an international student currently, and I file for EB2 or EB1A, and at the same time, I also submit my adjustment of status. If, for example, they deny the case, the I-140, and of course that adjustment of status, does it mean that you have lost your F1 status? The answer is capital letter N, capital letter O. It means no, you don't lose your F1 status, provided you remained in F1 status. That is why I said it earlier that if you get EAD card, please make sure you have your I-140, EB2 or EB1A approval before you use that EAD card. The only condition that will make you lose your F1 status is if you have used your EAD card without approval. Because if you start using your EAD card, and then God forbid bad thing. In fact, you will not still lose your F1 status. What am I saying? You will not lose your F1 status because because they deny your case, provided you remain in school or you remain on your OPT or STEM OPT. And another thing I want to say, please, I hope we all know that OPT and STEM OPT is F1 visa status. A lot of us mistake this thing. If you are an OPT, you are still on F1. If you are an STEM OPT, it is still F1. You are still tied to that school that you finished from, okay? But I want to say that in August, they are working on changing these laws. So if they change it eventually, a lot of things will change about how the affordances that your F1 visa gives you. But as of today, that is what it obtains. Okay. It's like my social battery is dying. And then it made 3 minutes to that 7:40 even. Bye you. And we have plenty questions to go. And I want to still talk about people that will file I-140. How do we do it? Okay, let me do 5 more minutes because I want to address I-140 filing. If F1, okay, can I still file adjustment of status when I have pending I-140? Yes, that's the answer. As a Nigerian, yes, you can. Please, how about the policy of going home to apply for a green card? The policy has been re-explained. They have re-explained the policy that that's not what they mean, that you are going back to your country. It is, you know what? I think I'll do a post and put on all the groups that clarifies on that, okay? Yeah. I have a pending AOS from B2 to F1. Okay, AOS, okay. So you are moving from B2 to F1. Do you advise I submit the 3 forms for EB2 NIW concurrently? Do you advise I do premium processing for EB2 NIW? If you are, wait a minute, you are a Nigerian. Nonye is a Nigerian name. Olagbara, it's plenty. It's a dicey situation because moving from B2 to F1 these days, with Nigeria being on the ban, is a little bit technical because we are on the ban. They are not approving cases. Well, with the Friday news, they might start approving cases. So yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to advise you wrongly, so I don't know. I know answer that I should give you, but in being oga in this our current dispensation is a dicey situation. If my proposed endeavor changes between when I applied for AOS and the interview time, how do I navigate this change at the interview? Wait, so let us be clear, sir. Your proposed endeavor changes when you apply for AOS and interview time. Yes, your proposed endeavor could have changed, okay? But there should still be something you are doing in that field related to your proposed endeavor, because you cannot just come, except you move from mass communication to becoming a medical doctor, which is like two different unconnected. In fact, there is still health communication even. So yes, you can still claim health communication. So you know what I mean. I know you because I know you. So anyway, but the point I'm trying to make is that yes, your proposed endeavor could have changed, okay, but so far you are doing something that is related to that proposed endeavor, even though what you, maybe you got a job in another industry that is not related to your proposed endeavor. That's fine. You have to work now. If you did not get a job in what you are proposing to do, you have to continue living life. Abi, will they come and pay your bills for you? Ain't nobody gonna come. Ain't nobody gonna come to do that for you, right? But are you doing what you said you would do in your proposed endeavor? And please, this goes for every one of us. I want to beg you. I want to beg you. I know that you were told that, oh, if you get your I-140 approval and your green card, you don't need to stay in the field where you propose to work, blah, 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 blah. Please, please, even if it is one paper in a year, publish it in your proposed endeavor. Even if it is one conference you will attend, even if it is, do something in your proposed endeavor. Do not leave that field until you get your naturalization and become a US citizen. Please. I know that people say this a lot, and I'm begging you, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Please, don't listen to them. Always do something in your field of proposed endeavor. Make sure you are doing something in that field. Write a paper, publish a paper, attend a conference, do a blog post, go to a conference, write a book, whatever, create a website, consistently post on the website, do something. If it is research, maybe you are working in a wet lab. I know, of course, when you leave school, it might be difficult for you to find opportunities to still get access to go to wet labs and all of that. Start doing dry lab and do something. Do something in your field of proposed endeavor, because these days they can ask a question. If an officer that does not like you, God forbid, he might use it against you. When you are going for your citizenship and your naturalization, has anybody seen the new citizenship question? Have you seen the new question, this pamphlet? It's tough. It's tough now. Very difficult now. So please don't deviate completely from your field of proposed endeavor. You can go to another field entirely, you can be doing something else entirely, but you made a promise that you are going to do that thing. Please try and do something once in a year, at least once in a year. Do something. Thank you. How long can I hold on to my medicals? Forever, until the law changes. Do not open the sealed envelope. Please don't open the sealed envelope. Stick to it. Is it possible to file for an AB2 petition while waiting for the OPT approval? Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You can do that. You can file for EB2 petition while you are waiting for your OPT approval. Did the adjudication ban affect O1 as well? 100%. We thought it did not affect it when they started, until we started filing and we saw that it affected it, unfortunately. So yes, it did affect it. And graduated is the same. I'm saying this because I have clients that did apply for the O1A and then we found that unfortunately it affected them. But then if you're coming from outside the country, in a way, they actually gave some people visa. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. We cannot explain that part. I graduated since December and applied for OPT since November. I don't think I get the question. As a Ghanaian who did AOS in January, done fingerprint, but I've not received your green card. Is the wait normal? Yes, it is normal. It is normal. Yeah. Um, yeah. If you have not gotten your green card and you are not under the ban, like a Ghanaian, a Kenyan, is normal. Hello, I'm a Nigerian. My OPT is pending since December. I applied to PhD program. If my OPT gets approved first and I start working, can I still go for my PhD and leave the OPT? Yes, you can. You can do that. You can do that. You can still go for the OPT. You can go for your PhD. The moment you accept your PhD, your OPT automatically terminates. Can someone apply for OPT a few months before graduation? Oh, yes. So, yes, I don't know who made this law or who started advising people that they should wait until they graduate before doing OPT. In my time, you apply for your OPT 3 months before graduation. So these days, I see people applying for premium processing for OPT, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised because I remember my first OPT I applied in 2017, and when I was doing it, everybody told me that you apply 3 months before graduation. So please, I don't know all these people that are advising us. So people should stop listening to people on social media and all of that. If listening to you what the university tells you, you should apply 3 months before graduation. Even if they are do you know that some of us that are stuck in this December 2025 OPT on approval thing, let us call a spade a spade. Sorry to say, some of us, you were trying to beat the system and you now got caught in the system. You should have applied for, if you me I got my OPT card in December. I got it in December. And even though, in fact, I got it before I graduated, before I walked the stage, I got my OPT card. So please, so let's stop doing that thing. I know that a lot of people do that thing, but it's not right. You should apply for your OPT 3 months before your graduation. Even if they are crawling, even if they are not doing anything, they would have approved it, before. I'm sorry, please. I know I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. It's been tough for the last 6 months. For those of us that have not collected OPT, I know it was not easy. It's not easy. Financially, it was not easy. So I'm not ridiculing your pain, but I'm saying this for those that are going to be graduating soon. Apply for your OPT before you graduate. Thank you. Can someone apply for? Yeah. A Ghanaian did. Yeah, I think I've answered you. Some lady, can I send in my application for everyone online? Yeah, you can. It is allowed. Yes. Yes. It's a very clean process. And they will even give you $50 discount for doing that. But I will never do it. When you say in ink, do you mean only send out physical copies? No, 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 no. I mean that you should sign it with ink. Only signature. Only signed with ink. That's all. Oh. Please, so don't send them handwritten document. Oh. Just signature. Only the signature should be written in ink. Please, so I used a lawyer and submitted my case in December 2025. Can I move it to premium on Monday? Please talk to your lawyer. The reason is because some lawyers, they don't like it. So if you go and do premium processing, if you get RFE, they may tell you that they are not going to help you to do the RFE, and you may not like it. So please confirm with your lawyer. How long can medicals be done before it is no longer valid? Oh, there is no more valid. It's valid forever. And it is true. It should be valid forever because some of us, we've come to this country, we will spend 8 years before we need adjustment of status. So if we had hepatitis B, tuberculosis, or anything of that, we could have infected everybody now, But anyway, can we file adjustment of status online? Yes, 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 yes. You can file adjustment of status online. And if you need help filing adjustment of status, so yeah, this is the marketing part because I see that we're almost done. Yes, I provide all of these services. So please, if you need any of these services, you can reach out to me. I can help you file your adjustment of status, prepare your documents. If you fill the forms yourself, you need somebody to help you review it. I also provide the review services as well. On the line, I provide a premium service. It is what it is. Can someone who has submitted an EB2NIW application travel out of the US if their current status expires? Yes, yes, yes. So when you submit your EB2NIW and your status expire, travel abroad. Okay, it's fine, it's allowed, and then come back in. And when you not come back in, When you get to your country, tell them that you are now outside, they will convert your case to consular processing. um I've answered you, Shito, so please stop asking that question. It is normal for you to wait. They don't have a particular time that they will use to give you your green card. When I did my adjustment of status, the people that I submitted, we went to the post office the same day to go and submit our adjustment of status. Some of them collected their green card in 3 months. Some collected their own in 6 months. I did not collect my own until after 9 months. Everybody's luck is different. So if the OPT isn't given, and some people I know, they did not collect their own green card until after 1 year, 6 months. They did not do anything wrong. They did not do anything wrong. It was not any fault of theirs. It was just their luck. If the OPT isn't given yet, does it mean we are still in status? It's tricky because you are supposed to still be in status, but they are trying to do something weird with that thing. So I'm sorry, I cannot advise on it. They're trying to say that if you don't get your OPT, like for instance, you graduated in December and you didn't get the OPT, I don't want to talk on it because they are trying to play some games on it right now. So I don't want to give you hope. Normally, you should not be, but they are trying to play games with that process. If an applicant is submitting a new petition after a previous denial, can the applicant use the old letters of recommendation? It is not easy to get new one. Oh yes, you can. Why not? Of course. Yeah, of course. Use it. Letters don't have expiry date. And worst case scenario, you can just tell the person that, sir, oh, they denied me. Oh, I want to refile. Do you mind updating the letter and changing the date? Okay. Yeah, some of them would agree. But yes, of course, you can use it. It's already on their record anyway. So it's already with them in their system. Anyway, is this penalization of errors applicable to even OPT applications? Like no USCIS officer can ever have the tiniest error. No. So errors are not allowed. But can errors be forgiven? Yes, they can. If you make an error, can you tell them that, oh, I made an error, I made a mistake? I think they would forgive, especially if it is OPT. Yeah. But I-140, they are not forgiving you nothing anymore, and they are not going to refund your money. Hello, I'm a Nigerian. My OPT is pending since December. I applied to OPT program. Okay, I think I've answered this question. For a Nigerian, do you advise submitting EB1? Okay, I think I've answered this. Okay, they're just repeating the question. Can I file for EB2 NIW alongside adjustment of status? You are from Nigeria. Yes. Yes, you can. You can submit your I-140 and your adjustment of status at the same time. Are they saying anything about NVC and visa approval as of today? No. Can you advise someone from Nigeria to submit AOS now or wait till the ban from the 75 country is lifted? If you are inside America, you should submit your adjustment of status. You should not even, nothing concerns you with the ban. You should just submit already. How much is AOS? $1,440 plus $260 for your EAD card. If you want to get the parole to travel outside America, it's $630. If you have children, it's going to be $950 for each of your children. I think that is the end of Solomon. Okay, this last person is an England person, so pardon me. Someone filed for EB1, I-140, and I-485 concurrently, pending outcome. He wasn't able to file for AOS for his kids, 17 and 15. They came from England. What should he do now that the kids are over? Why did you allow those kids to overstay? You could have filed an addendum and filed for those kids and added them to it. You need a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Sorry. So this person's case is they filed for EB1, I-140, and I-485 concurrently, waiting for the result. Then their children came, 17 and 15 years from England. that what should they do now since the children have overstayed their visa. Number one, they should have never overstayed their visa. You could have, even though yes, the ban was on, you could have submitted adjustment of status for them. Even though yes, the ban was on, yes, you could have. You could have reached out to a lawyer. You should have. Overstaying now is a little bit tricky for the kids because they might ban them for 5 years. They might say they want to deport them. I don't know. I'm sorry. Is there premium for adjustment of status? No, there's no premium for adjustment of status. So those of us that have done AOS and biometrics in 2026 for EB2 NIW, if the July calendar retrogress, will that affect you? Yes, of course. Of course. It's going to affect you. But not in a bad way, because you'll be in the system. You're better than somebody that does not even have the opportunity to apply at all in the first place. So I think that's the end. Let me talk about the I-140 in the next 5 minutes. So sorry if we don't take all your remaining questions. I wish there's a way I can copy all of them. Let me try and see if I can copy some of them so that I'll try and respond to it on WhatsApp. If I can, I'll try and copy them and apply on WhatsApp. So please, if you are submitting for your adjustment of status, if you are submitting your I-140, and by the way, I provide the EB2 NIW service. If you need somebody to help you write your petition, I put it together. If you want to do review, you've written your petition yourself, you need somebody to help you to review the petition, please reach out to me. I provide the service as well. And yes, adjustment of status, I'm very good at that. So yeah, now, if you're submitting your I-140 soon, I want to point out some certain things that you should not do to you. Number one, don't rush and submit anyhow thing. Please, I beg you. Do everything diligently. That's one. Two, you see we have 3 prongs for EB2 NIW. Okay, the prong one is substantial merit and national importance. I want to correct something. They are not looking for national importance. That thing is scam. It's scam. Please don't look for national importance. Look for the potential direct impact of your work. They wrote it in that thing. You are just not looking for it. Okay? You are just not looking at the manual that we've gone on USCIS website. It's just because you are not looking at it. Those guys are not looking for they're not asking for your national importance. What they are looking for is the potential direct impact of your work. As I said it, look, like the best way I can put it is this. You know, when you are growing up, you hear a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing, and then verb is an action word. Okay, see, it is an action word, it's a verb. Potential direct impact. There's a difference between importance and impact. They are looking for impact, not importance only. Yeah, the importance is good, but you will get RFE if you focus on national importance only and you are not focusing on direct potential national impact. It is there on their website. So please, I beg of you, as you proceed on this journey, if you are writing your prong one, focus on potential direct national impact action. What exactly do you want your work to impact? Not the vagueness of importance. That's one. Two, well positioning. When you are attempting your well positioning, okay, remember, times have changed. Times have changed. I have paper. I've written 2 publications. I have 100 citations. I have 25 recommendation letters. It don't work no more. It don't work no more. No. Please remember, it is a verb. They are looking for action words. Action. Well positioned. The literal meaning of well positioned is what they are looking for. So please, gone for well positioning, like literally. When they say well positioning, for example, you should make sure that you are actually in a position whereby you can actually do what your proposed endeavor is supposed to do. So, for example, a lot of us will say, maybe you said you're well positioned, you're well positioned, you work in Amazon or you work for Walmart, and so what? What's special about it? Especially if your work is going to be research based, they will look at it, they will tell you in your RFE that you are an industry person, you are working in industry. Aside from your current industry gaining from your impact, which people or what other classes of people will be able to benefit from your work? So if you cannot sufficiently prove and explain how you are well positioned outside of the circumference of your job, that you are well positioned to do the work, you will not get well positioning. That is why for now it is more expedient for you to actually make connections with agencies, and a letter, an email of collaboration with a lab, a research center, a daycare. If you are working with children, or I'm just giving an example, right? Um, it will go a long way. A collaboration, you must show collaboration. They want practical things. They don't want I will do, I will do, I will do. They don't want I will do, I will do, I will do. I am going to, I am going to. What have you done? As of today now, if they give you because there's a particular kind of immigrant that they want currently. They want immigrants that are going to be financially beneficial to their country. And that is why you hear for people that are doing consular processing from abroad, they're asking them the question of what do they call it, public charge. Even for those of us that are inside America, they are doing that now. So please make sure that when you are presenting your case, you are not being vague, you are being practical, get connections. Don't focus heavily on publication, citation, recommendation letters. In fact, do you know that recommendation letters is not a compulsory part of your petition? Do you know? I hope you know that you can put 100 recommendation letters and still get denied. It's not a compulsory part of your application. In fact, we have had people that we applied for. I've applied for people without putting any recommendation letter, and they got approved. They got approved. The quality of your work is what matters, not the amount of recommendation letter or the amount of papers that you have written. Are you well positioned? Literally from that word, well positioned, meaning physically or in the future. If I like the word, for me, I tell my people it is well situated, not well positioned. It is well. Are you well situated? Are you in a position? Are you in a situation whereby you can do that thing? If you're not in a situation that affords you the opportunity to do your proposed endeavor, that is why people keep getting RFE on well positioning. So as you prepare your documents to submit and file, I know I used to say that, oh, I'll be doing the webinars more often and I'll come online more often, and I don't used to come, but I think I'll be doing it more now these days. I've changed. I've changed. I've given my life to Jesus. I've changed. So please patronize me. I bills nails. Patronize my bills nails. Thank you so much. People that work with me know that I give you premium service. I'm not a lawyer. It's very important that I give that disclaimer. Everything we do is for research purposes only. People that are in the pepper community, peptides community, you know how we do it there. Yeah. So it's for research purposes only. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today, and we'll continue the conversations on WhatsApp. It's wonderful to have us all together once again. Let us push and continue to push until we all get our green cards. I know it is late, so apologies to people on the East Coast that have stayed up till 9 p.m. Apologies to you. People that are in California, you guys, it's 6 p.m. over there for you. So you guys are fresh in your evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Somebody is supposed to file for your kids ASAP. They do not have unlawful presence until they have turned 21. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's actually right. Yeah. But because they have overstayed their visa, that might not really mean anything for now. So, all right, everybody, have a lovely evening. Bye.